Guys, so I'm doing a quick little review of The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. It's a novel in the very loosest sense of the term, as far as it's basically a disguised autobiography, and in the very loosest sense of the word disguised. So what's it about? It's basically 6 months in the life of Sylvia Plath, fictionalized only slightly, about her experiences going to New York, working in a magazine, as well as the fact that she had a psychotic breakdown, attempted to commit suicide, and came out the other end basically more miserable than she was before. It's a very personal novel. I think, anyone who knows anything about the life of Sylvia Plath knows that she had a lot of issues she had to work out. I think she wrote this as a way of coping with the demons inside of herself. But it's definitely a fan for anyone who may not like, who likes, one, compelling novels, and two, more darker stories. Three, I also think it's really great for anyone dealing with depression or suicidal thoughts or anything like that, 'cause as a way of showing you're not alone, and also as a way of showing that this is not a good idea. I like it because, for the same reason I like Plath's poetry, it's intoxicating, it draws you in, it's powerful, it's to the point, it's slightly odd, it's unadorned, and at the same time it's very stylistic. It has all the traits of her poetry, just in prose form. And I plan on doing some reviews of Plath's poetry in the future. But yes, if anyone who hasn't read Sylvia Plath, please do. I highly recommend her poetry, but I also recommend The Bell Jar for those who want to read a novel. And it's a good way, I think, to get into Plath. I think reading The Bell Jar is a good introduction to her work, and then reading her poetry. Sylvia's amazing. She was very broken. She had a lot of things she was dealing with, especially when you read biographies of her, or even read her published journals, you see that she was dealing with a lot of inner turmoil. A very tragic figure. I think the world was robbed of a great literary talent when she killed herself, but it's definitely a shame. But I still recommend reading her work. I think she was a questioning voice of asking questions in an absurd world with no answers. And yeah. So, sorry this was kind of a downer, but I do highly recommend reading Sylvia Plath, and I do highly recommend reading the novel, The Bell Jar. It's great. It's a slim little book, but there's a lot going on in it. There's a lot of ups and downs, mostly downs, in this young woman's life, and by the end of it, you're just like, oh my god, I want to give you a hug. I know I did. So, but that's how I always feel when I read Plath. I was like, oh, you poor woman. But I can understand where she was coming from. But anyway, really interesting story, very compelling psychological character study, and just a great portrait of a troubled but very talented woman. So that's it for now. I'll be back soon. I don't know when, and I don't know what I'll be reviewing next. And again, I'm sorry I keep delaying, but I really will get around to reviewing things that you guys have requested. I still have to get a certain Voltaire book in that I ordered. I still have to catch up on my John le Carré to properly talk about him, because I've only read a few of his books. And I really will do a Harry Potter overview at some point. That might be a few videos instead of just one. So anyways, that's just a little update. But I haven't forgotten, I promise. And if you guys have anything you'd like to see me talk about, just please request so in the comments, and I will try to read it and get back to you. So anyway, that's it for now, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.